$1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's schwisow.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket. Fox, KFXL Weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day, and it will be breezy, afternoon high around 79. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a light breeze, a low around 60. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and light winds, an afternoon high around 79. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Imagine hitting rewind on your life 10, even 20 years. With testosterone therapy from Limitless Male, you can turn back the aging clock and get your edge, energy, and confidence back. If you've lost your drive, sleep deprived, muscle loss, belly fat, irritable, you're not the guy you once were. Get your T levels checked at Limitless Male. More and more men are realizing hormone replacement can turn back the clock. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. The temperature and leaves are falling daily, so that means it's time for a new pair of shoes for the fall season from Brown's Shoe Fit. Now through October 31st, take $15 off any regularly priced fall shoes and boots. Brands like Keen, Oboz, Echo, Taos, and Atrex all $15 off. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. This is the sale you've all been waiting for, so get down to Brown's Shoe Fit on 66th and Q.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome in. Old School, Harrison runs the ones and twos, and I'm not Jay Foreman. That's not Austin Norman either. That's Terrell Farley.
I'm not Jay Foreman.
Hanging around for another hour with me. Appreciate it as always. If you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685. That is the Starter Heyman text line, and you got the lineup change up today because we do got the guys down there, Big Ten Media Days, or at least Austin Norman. Jay attending some business. But like I said, Terrell Farley in studio. And since today is technically my Fridays here, I don't work Fridays, Monday through Thursday. Let's break down Nebraska football versus Maryland. And we'll do some college football picks as well. And then also, Farley, how often do you bring up Black Ops here on the ticket? I feel like every now and then I'll be driving in.
Once a week.
Does the fan base agree with me that you need to kind of get off that and get on the Battlefield 6 wagon?
Nah, I don't think they agree with you.
I'm telling you, man. I that's dropping. I don't know if it's tonight or tomorrow, but just for your own warning, those lobbies are going to dry up, Farley.
That's okay. I'm a true COD guy, so I'm gonna stick with my COD and I back it up totally.
All right. Well, we do got an unmasked texter. I asked that because at 3:04 there was a text. Can we talk Call of Duty for the first hour, or maybe even Grand Theft Auto? Probably not Grand Theft Auto. It's gonna be some things the FCC probably doesn't like us bringing up in that one. He says only for the first hour. Well, we can't do all that because we're sports radio, but you can't tell me which one's better because I am curious what the fan base thinks. But Terrell Farley, Maryland.
This guy Eric, you see this guy Eric? Does he harass y'all like he harasses every show?
Farley can never be Jay.
Yeah, Jay could never be Farley. So he's a middle linebacker. I'm an outside linebacker. I don't like traffic.
Fair enough.
I travel in the express lane. So, yeah, but I'm a Call of Duty guy. I started playing it probably 5 years ago and got hooked.
I grew up on it and it was so good. It just got bad. I don't know where.
I can't do the multiplayer things like when you run around as a team.
Yeah.
I probably only get like 5 kills. But when I play like Resurgent, because I play with my son a lot.
Okay.
And my son helps me. He navigated me to how I am now. Because my son is just, he drops.
He made you a winner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ohio Husker COD is the best. I don't know, guys. It got to a point where it does not feel like war. It just feels like you're flying around the air.
Well, it's not just flying in the air. You're a ground man.
You're power sliding like 10 yards.
That's how. Hey, look. That's just the way the game is. I mean, I've seen people jump up in the air, shake, do all this stuff, slide, turn around, flip, do all this, and I'll be like, wow, okay. So I just looked at the COD map. Looks great. Then they supposed to have a night one too.
They're doing that.
Yeah.
Black Battlefield's coming out and they need some new maps to get the people excited.
Well, then you got a night map. So you never really seen a night map ever. So I want to do that, have like light goggles on it so you can see better. I mean, I barely can see as it is now, and I'm old. So and I tell the young players, hey, I'm 50 years old. You got to get your kills up. I mean, I average probably a good game. Probably a good game for me. It's probably 10 kills.
That's not bad. I'm not.
I played Warzone. It's different between Resurgent.
Yeah.
I played Warzone last week. Had 18, 19 kills.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And didn't die once. Didn't get sent to the gulag. And we won it. So
you're better than me. I'll be honest. I have called AD. I don't play a whole lot of multiplayer. The youth has gotten good when it comes to video games. All summer, they got so much time on their hands, so I get a little too upset when I hop on there. I got to play some single player games.
I don't think kids are on my level when I play because I could talk them, and I can say worse stuff than they can. So they're not a problem to me.
But they're a problem for me. They bully me. I can't keep
the
up.
Ones that talk a lot. We had a little kid the other day. He played with us, and he talked the whole game. They said, "Yeah, I muted him 5 minutes ago." I said, "Yeah, I just muted him too." So he just talk. It's like a little kid just talk through the whole game. You don't even know what he's talking about.
He's just talking.
He's just talking for no reason. So yeah, mute him.
The culture of Call of Duty lobbies.
Yeah,
it's always a pleasure. We do got Eric. He says Halo was the best OG first-person shooter ever. I agree with that take. I grew up on that stuff as well. And then John and Cortland, you never lost your baby in a pool game. Oh, he wants that call back. Shout out to John and Cortland, as always. You still sing that?
Nah, I got to get me and Bach to put it on our stuff because we got a lot of stuff still left on the Captain Show that we got to
bring on over. So, it's my song. I made that song up, so it's not anything anybody could do with it. I was going to say, did that, you made that up or is that from a TV show?
I made it up.
That's pretty good. All right. Yeah, bring that Bach in the black shirt. All right, you guys keep joining in here, but we'll talk some actual sports.
What is Battlefield? And it's free right now for beta stuff right now.
Yeah, I don't have it, but Battlefield's just more realistic war, where you got you're going. I think like the lobby sizes are like 100 dudes. Here's
the thing that you don't know. I don't have to pay for Resurgent, so it downloads by itself. So I would have to buy the 6 now.
Battlefield 6.
Not Battlefield, but what's the new one?
That's the one that's coming out. Is Battlefield 6.
No, I'm talking about in Resurgent. I mean with Call of Duty.
Oh, I got no idea. I'm off the Call of Duty already. I don't really keep
I
up
think
with
this one, let me see right quick. I forgot what it was, but it's like, let me see what it is.
Important research on Bach in the black, or old school. It's not Bach in the black shirt. Harrison Arens and Terrell Farley on old school.
Well, this one, this one, Black Ops 7.
Okay, 7. Oops,
yeah,
I'm misquoting here.
So yeah, it's Black Ops 7, but the Resurgent part, I don't have to buy it, because it's an add-on.
Honestly, that's good. You know how I noticed that the video games are expensive now, like $80.
Oh yeah.
When did that happen? When I was growing up, it was like you could buy it for like $50, $40, and then it was $60, and now it's like $80.
Yeah.
And sometimes they charge you for like
$100.
Are
you a basketball guy?
Yeah.
Are you 2K?
Yeah, I play a lot of 2K. 2K is garbage though, but it's the only one.
You're the
it's
type,
so bad.
I used to play in 18. That was my last time playing 2K till they changed the shooting thing.
Yeah.
And I never was
2K18 was good. I think I probably had like 500 hours on that one.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I was like a superstar on that one.
That one was fun. And then they keep messing it up.
Yeah, they keep changing the shooting format, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna play this one anymore. But like my son, you look like the type of player that makes up a center.
No. We'll do center, and then we'll do a guard build and then a center build.
I'm a slasher.
Okay.
I love to make a slasher because part dunker, a little bit of shooter.
I like to make the Steve Nash builds.
Yeah.
Just the playmaker, and then because like I'm not buying the VC, where they try to get you to buy the currency so you can make your player better. I'm not doing it. So you're always garbage. You're hot garbage every time you start your career. You're like a 60 overall. You can't do anything other than throw dimes. So that's always the build I go for. So then I can just dime it up and get 12 assists a game, 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 steals, 0 for 0 on field goal. But you know what? I got 12 assists, so I can get my minutes.
Yeah, I'm more of a slasher. I want the alley oops and the stuff like that. I played Alfonso Denard. He was one of the guys that came out the helicopter a long time ago.
Okay.
So he was good, and I beat him actually once. Him and his brother them against me and my son them. So we get a good 3-on-3 or go to the court and get a 5-on-5.
You still play 2K?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm done with it.
It's gotten pretty bad. I got they had the one out for like $10. I bought it because it was on sale. It was like the previous. Dude, they're becoming really bad.
Yeah, I
mean,
they
put like all the storyline into it, and it's like I don't want. I just want to play basketball.
I don't care about all that.
No.
Storyline, shoes and jewelry and all that. It's like my daughter. I bought her a PlayStation last year, and she kills me with the V-Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the V-Bucks, the virtual bucks.
Yeah, never do that.
Yeah, I said, you got a job now. You can buy your own V-Bucks.
Yeah.
So I leave it like that for her. Old dad said I stopped playing video games when I was 15 and now 51. Well,
you're probably not missing much. I'll tell you that.
Yes, he is. He's missing a lot.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's probably a Mr. Pac-Man, Centipede, something like that. Dig Dug, Hamburger. You ever play games like that?
Nah, the oldest games I probably played. You ever remember like Banjo-Kazooie, like the N64?
What?
Yeah, way back in the day.
You ever played Mike Tyson Punch-Out?
No, my aunt had it, and I never got to play it though.
Duck Hunt,
yeah, played Duck Hunt. That's a classic.
Yeah, that's a classic. Contra,
never played it. Heard of it.
All right, Commando.
Yes, played that one.
All right, have you played Popeye, the video game?
No, I never played.
You never played Popeye?
No.
Donkey Kong?
Yeah, there's a bunch of those. I don't know which one, but
Okay.
I played it.
All right, the original Zelda.
Yeah, I played all those.
Captain
those
Obvious. Who is Captain Obvious? He must be one of y'all guys.
Captain Obvious?
Yeah.
Not one of my guys. But that is a great one. Man, I have 3,000 plus hours on Farming Simulator, 15 through 25. You are all casual gamers. I have some buddies that are greasy on Farming Simulator.
Yeah,
and it's crazy because they're all farmers. They all like live in small towns.
One of these older guys I know, and I was like, "Where your dad at?" Oh, he's at home playing Farmer Simulator. I said, "Oh, he plays games." So I was like, "Farmers, isn't that probably one of the boringest games?" I mean, what do you do? Just make a farm?
Yeah, you farm, you simulate farming and harvesting and tending the fields.
It's like Fortnite. I can't get into Fortnite because you got to set up walls and all that stuff. I've never been a Fortnite player.
Yeah, me neither. That was peaking when I was like coming out of high school, or maybe I was early in college. I never fully got into that one.
Yeah, but college football, have you got that?
Yeah, that one's great.
Have you played with the black shirts yet? The jersey?
Oh yeah.
How it look?
The alternate, they look good. Yeah, I mean it's nice to have some options on there.
Yeah,
it's a little bit better than 25. They're pretty good. I like them a lot.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people always have complaints.
How far have you got? Like, have you made it to a college football?
Yeah, I won with Nebraska, and I think it was like year 2.
You won it?
Yeah.
What level?
I wasn't playing Heisman. I was just on like the
second, third level.
I wait to win a championship, and then I start a new series, and then I'll play Heisman. Because then it's like, all right. And then I am on a new season, and I think I lost like 2 games back to back, and I haven't picked it up since. So the squad's down right
51-62. Y'all getting Battlefield? No, I don't like Battle. That's Harrison's.
Yep, definitely getting Battlefield.
Well, I'll tell you about Call of Duty tomorrow.
All right. I'm just telling you, those lobbies are going to be dried up. Everyone's going to the good one. So shout out. Everyone who likes that.
Let's talk some football.
Yeah, good 15 minutes on our hobbies and what we do when we're actually not talking sports.
You a darts guy? No, I'm just playing.
All right, Farley. Nebraska, Maryland. This game to me, obviously the biggest thing is, can we stop giving up so many pressures? And it's not all on the offensive line either, right? I'm not here to bash those guys. There's moments, especially in that Michigan State game and the Michigan game, where you just can't hold on to the ball that long. You got to either throw it away or make something happen. And sometimes he had no chance to even decide if he should get rid of it. And other times he did have the time to do so. Maryland, looking at what they like to do, they got a bunch of guys that have sacks on the year. And what that tells me, they got some DBs, they got linebackers, they got a bunch of defensive linemen. Guys all over the field got 1, 2, 3 sacks. They're going to bring pressure from all over the field. That's going to be the biggest challenge for my mind for Nebraska. Can you keep Dylan Raiola clean? Can you keep his jersey nice and clean? And I'll tell you what, and that Michigan State game in particular, what they were doing was just throwing some like really basic stunts. They threw a couple twists on both tackles on the left and the right, and they both bid on it. One time on the left side, we bid on it back-to-back plays, and then we gave up a bull rush, and that was the 3 sacks in a row drive. What are your chances, or what are you thinking here? Can Nebraska do enough in this week to get ready to face a Maryland team who, it's just going to make communication. They're going to bring a lot of different pressures. Can Nebraska communicate through that and have at least not 6 sacks on the game? Even if they give up 1 sack, I can live with that.
Well, I think we already know what we're going through with the offensive line. So you have to get Dylan in a position to put himself in position to win. I mean, when he probably need to roll out, drop back a little bit more. I mean, the offensive line is not great.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to do what you have to do. I mean, I'm not gonna say we're gonna go through the game without a sack, because these guys, 19 sacks on the year, 16, however many. And they also give up the less sacks in the Big Ten. So there's gonna be a challenge for offense and defensive line. I think the things that we have to do to win this game is really start a rushing attack. Let's see, can we get Emmett started? This is a young Maryland team also. When you look at it across the board, got a couple freshmen on the team with 4 sacks, 5 sacks, young DB crew, big guys up on the offensive line. So this is gonna be a great test. I haven't made up my mind and haven't did more research I need to do, but right now I'm leaning towards Nebraska. I don't know how much or how big, but this could be a game changer for us. I mean, it could be a game changer for Maryland. It depends how they get out and play us.
Yeah, it's man, I know those guys with Maryland, they're gonna stack the box. They're gonna disguise a lot of pressures. And what Loxley and those guys do, what was their last loss? Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Washington, I think, is a good team. And they only
Yeah.
lost that game by about like 3 points, I think is what the final score was. So Maryland isn't a team that maybe you like to think of in years prior where you're not really scared
Yeah.
of. It helps me that this is a 2:30 game. Makes me feel a lot better. It's on 11 a.m. out there at College Park and Maryland Stadium. Back in the day for you, Farley, first like real road game, because these guys, Cincinnati, I'm not going to count that.
First game of the season.
Yeah, first road game. How did you prepare for that?
Thursday night football. I was young. We played Oklahoma State Thursday night, ESPN. My first game. Scored my first touchdown.
Okay.
I was nervous. I didn't know how much I was going to play. Didn't know what the scenario was of how early I was going on the field. I actually ended up going out there on the third play of the game. So I got in early, got my feet wet, did catch the interception in the first quarter. So, I was able to get the butterflies out my system early in the road game.
And then like when you're more a veteran, like what is the team like? Because like when do you have to start dialing it in to get ready? Because I was hearing Foreman talk about it a little bit yesterday where there wasn't a whole lot of chatter and you want to peak at that right moment.
I think we was a team. We was a motor. So it was like everybody had a different situation, how they wanted to get game ready. Be music, be walkthroughs, walk around the field, do different things. Me, I did mine the night before the game. I dreamed of big plays, and in reality, they came true. So you
manifested.
I pre-dreamed my game, and it turned out the way I wanted it to turn out. I think one of the major things is as the whole team get focused. I think one thing about our defense is that we didn't have to say nothing to each other. We had a look.
See, that's what Foreman was saying, and it was like
when
you guys
look
were
at
quiet.
when you look at when I look at Jay and we nod our head, we ready.
No words needed.
We don't need a word. You don't need an audience. You don't need a word. You don't need a command signal. It's just let's go out here and kick some butt. And that was the whole defense attitude.
See, that's what I'm hoping they tap into.
Yeah.
I want that. I don't care who you play, and I'm hoping for this team to get to that level where, because again, the black shirts, that's got to mean something again here. And I'm not saying.
Well, I talked about this the other day and I hate to bring this up again, but I didn't like the thing what PJ Smith said when he said they needed to have their black shirts taken. I said, well, really, he's not in a good position to talk because they gave up 70 points.
Yeah.
To Wisconsin. Old guy's still running. So it's never good to be negative when you have something to fire back at somebody. And that's why I don't really say much. I really try not to talk about players and really I try to keep it upbringing and upbeat for the team because this is a school I love and I went to. So I try to keep it mellow with Nebraska talk.
Yeah, and that's, I think it's a healthy way to do it. I know some people lose their minds, and that's where you get a lot of the Twitter burners where these people know all the ways to win ball games clearly from their couch, from wherever their couch is. But, when it comes to Nebraska football, you want to honor tradition, but you want to go be your team. You have to find your own identity. You're not running the triple option anymore. That defense isn't the same. You're running the 3-3-5 for crying out loud. It's a different, but you can still honor and be what those black shirts were and not lose yourself in having to be the 90s. And I think that's the part where people always like, we have to be the 90s. And it's like, well, no, the 90s is just a good benchmark, people to look up to, but you're still your own team.
Yeah. You still have your own identity, just like we in the 90s had our own identity. One thing I do know is that Nebraska passing defense is number one.
Yeah.
I don't think we played a passing team yet this year that can really chunk the ball.
Childs was supposed to be that.
Yeah,
and
but
he didn't really look great.
Yeah, he didn't look. I like the backup more than I like the him.
Yeah, Milo Vicic.
Yeah,
he was cutting us up. He had the first 7.
Yeah. So when you think about that part and you I would like to see them play a real passing team. Somebody like probably Indiana or Oregon and see how we match up against things
I don't want to play Mendoza right now. Or more, for that matter.
Yeah. So
speaking of which, Indiana, they got a good game coming up. I think it's Oregon, right?
I think and I talked about that today too. It's not getting the hype as the Georgia Tennessee, as the Georgia Alabama. So I don't know if it's Big Ten or what, but
I think Indiana has to have that big road win, and then people will start taking them seriously.
Oh, if they win that game, it's over with.
I think they might.
Give Kirk Netty the key to the NCAA.
Yeah, I mean, if Kurt Signetti,
if they win that game Saturday, now, hey, he's the man.
There's gonna be a lot of cigarette companies trying to make some deals with Indiana University.
Kurt Signetti smoke cigarettes?
No, but I mean, just that last man.
Did you see Will Compton's video?
Yeah, I doubt that was Signetti.
Yeah.
There's no way Signetti would just be texting Will Compton like that mysteriously. He's referred to Will Compton got an unknown texter just talking about the Oregon-Indiana matchup.
Yeah, and then he said, "Who was it?" And then they started putting cigarettes.
It was 3 cigarette emojis.
Yeah.
And it was the guy was talking like it was Kurt Signetti. But at the same time, I won't be surprised.
Yeah, me neither.
That guy scares the daylights out of me.
Who, Kurt Signetti?
Yes.
I like a coach like that.
He's going to be good. That's what I mean by that. Like, as long as he's in the Big Ten, he's a problem.
He's an older coach. He's up in age, but the way he plays his team, the way he comes to destroy you.
Yeah.
He wants to destroy you. He wants to embarrass you, destroy you, like he did to Nebraska. He talked about that on one of his interviews.
Well, look what he did to Illinois. It's the same story. Illinois, good team. Look at these guys. They go to Memorial Stadium, Indiana's Memorial Stadium. What was it? It's like 60-something to 7?
Yeah. It was a blowout. 63-7, I think. Something like that.
Like, that is a team that when they get on top of you, and they run away with it.
Yeah, they don't let up. They like us back in the day. We didn't let up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we put the second team going in, they go in there and score 20 points in the halftime. Now, on defense, sometimes we had to get on the younger guys because they gave up a lot of yards and stuff. Like, because we're usually out by the third quarter, and they probably have 50, 60 yards. So, but you look up, you put your second and third team in there, they get 200 yards, and it messes your ranking up. But we didn't really care about that because we knew how good we were.
Yeah, you could have some more records, Farley.
Yeah.
Well, second half you didn't have to be out there for.
Oh, yeah. I only played in probably 3 games my first year in the fourth quarter. I probably was a little bit of Florida, Washington State.
That's just insane to be that good at that one point in time. I mean, that's what the volleyball team is, though. Like that Penn State match. I mean, after that first set, it's like, let's get
You think they can go undefeated?
Yeah.
You do?
I think they can. Now, will they is a whole nother story, but I think it's definitely possible. I mean, the way they're playing. I know Penn State isn't what Penn State
their hardest game was in-state, I think.
Yeah, I mean.
Creighton.
Played
them tough.
Or Kentucky, maybe. That was another tough one where I think that was a reverse sweep. But Creighton just gets better every year, it feels like. So that was a huge gutty win.
Yeah, that's scary.
Well, and they sold out CHI as well for that one. That was a packed house.
It's scary because you don't want to lose to them. We want to be the same way we've been years and years and years.
Well,
but they're coming up fast and hot.
Well, that's the scary part is like we've made Nebraska such a fertile recruiting ground that Creighton's going to find the players that we don't even get. Like, Nebraska's become such a volleyball hotspot that Creighton might pop up as like one of the second best schools to go to if you want to go play Nebraska volleyball. Because there's so many professional volleyball leagues around based in the Nebraska area too. So if you're in Creighton, you're around all that. You know the NIL deals are probably going to be better because volleyball is so big in this state. So Creighton's just itself become another like great location to go play volleyball simply for being in Nebraska.
What's the highest paid volleyball player?
What's the highest paid? I bet you that is a great question. Would it be like $1 million? You think?
I don't know. Well, you got to see. Look at the softball. The girl from Texas Tech. No, the girl from Texas Tech.
Yeah, what's she getting paid?
$1 million.
Okay,
take $2 million now.
I mean, softball though. When you looked at the College World Series and then you looked at the Women's World Series, that one brought them some numbers. So I can see women's softball getting paid pretty well.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up
because they were pulling in some numbers. Like women's sports lately, even the basketball tournament last year, the first round for women's doesn't necessarily draw a lot of attention, but when they get to the Final Four in the championship game, their numbers actually surpassed the men's numbers. I believe it was 2 years ago. Maybe it was even last year as well. So there's a market for it. My job's not going to hit the floor if they're getting paid $1 million, especially Husker volleyball, because Harper Murray's got a brand deal with Adidas. So even if it's not necessarily from the university, I mean, all the NIL deals they get, they probably get pretty close to $1 million. The best players out there.
Here's the top 20 college female athletes. Let's see what it says.
What you got for us, Farley?
Uh,
Well, you researched that. I'll read this one. Corey and Lincoln. Reflecting Corey and Lincoln. I believe this is the same Corey I used to paint with back in the day at CIP. It says Sorsby has thrown for 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns, 0 picks in his 4 games since he played Nebraska. That includes a game at Kansas and against number 13 Iowa State. That can't be dismissed. And he says, what's up? Yeah, what's up, Corey? Good to hear from you. Cincinnati's on a tear right now. I mean, that might be a Big 12 favorite. And then Sorsby, obviously, when we first played him, I think people are all like, oh my gosh, look at this Nebraska defense. They can't stop this guy. Well, Sorsby's is a solid quarterback. And what he's doing in the Big 12 right now can't go unnoticed. And that big win, I think it was on the road too, when they're playing Iowa State. And it was like 38-30 was the final score. Becht was playing solid for Iowa State. He's always going to keep them in games. But Cincinnati, it's not just all on Sorsby, but they're finding a lot of ways to hurt people. And the run game's getting better as the season goes on. But yeah, Sorsby's a solid player, and it kind of goes back to just the Big Ten in general. If Nebraska, with that win under their belt and beating Sorsby, if you can get another big win, whatever that may, I mean, Penn State, or just keep it clean, it might be hard to ignore a 2-loss Nebraska team because Penn State slipped. So they might not even be in the Big Ten. Well, they might not be in the playoff hunt anymore. A spot that we usually lock in is, well, that one will be taken up by Penn State. They got 2 losses right now. And I think they got a few more tough games on the schedule coming up here. Well, now you're looking at Indiana. Even though Illinois got boat raced by Indiana, Illinois is still looking pretty good if they win out the rest of their season. And then Nebraska. All right, you got it, Farley?
well, it's telling me Falaje Johnson from LSU. She's the only one that got their evaluation on there. She's making 1.5.
Ooh. Yeah, some of those numbers are always hard to find, too.
Yeah, yeah, but
$1.5 million, though, ain't bad.
yeah, it's
I'd be
not
all right
bad.
with that. All right.
And then let me see. So they got her at 1.5, Elijah Chavez 1.5, Kaya Trump 1.2. She plays golf.
I can see golf being a good NIL sport.
Najee Candy, $1 million softball, Stanford.
Softball's paying.
Yeah. Hailey Cadaver, 889,000. Hannah, they sisters. They both making 800 or something. Her sister's making 889, and she's making 852,000. 2 sisters. They look like twins.
My Lord. I hope they got their parents a new car or something.
Yeah, we
Look
don't
at that
have a
point.
Nebraska. Juju Watkins, she makes 739.
Jordy Ball's got to be on there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to see it.
Well, we got to go to break here.
Okay.
If you can find Jordy Ball, we'll say what it is on the
All
other
right.
side of things. But don't go anywhere. We've still got 2 more segments with me and Farley, and then I got Tristan joining me later. Don't go anywhere. Old School, Terrell Farley, Harrison Arens.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at Schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left at once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Imagine hitting rewind on your life 10, even 20 years. With testosterone therapy from Limitless Male, you can turn back the aging clock and get your edge, energy, and confidence back. If you've lost your drive, sleep deprived, muscle loss, belly fat, irritable, you're not the guy you once were. Get your T levels checked at Limitless Male. More and more men are realizing hormone replacement can turn back the clock. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Mike Smith, founder of The Bay. Join me every Tuesday from 5 to 6 p.m. for your weekly Disrupt, where me and local misfits will interrupt your drive time with this week's most interesting stories in sports, entrepreneurship, and culture. So tune in to your weekly Disrupt every Tuesday afternoon on 93.7 The Ticket, where disruption is just a phone call away.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
This fall, Baumgars has everything you need to get your farm ready for the season. Don't miss Fall Discount Day this Saturday, October 11th, for one day only. Get 17% off regular priced items. That's right, 17% off. From the barn to the backyard, Baumgars has you covered for all your field, farm, and fall fix-ups. Some exclusions apply. See a store associate for details. Baumgars, what you need, when you need it.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 11th through the 18th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Old School, Harrison Arens, Terrell Farley on the ones and twos, and Terrell Farley, my co-host, at least for the hour, as a different lineup today, and it'll change a little bit more. And then from 5 to 6, we did have Jason Peters stop by, and he's going to be doing that, well, it sounds like on a weekly basis, so we will run that one in case any of you guys missed that. But real quick, it is time for the Cash Blitz keywords, and we got a couple of them. So the first one being a hotel, and again, you can text in that number at 508-777-1000. And we got another one for you, Stack. Hotel and Stack. And again, that number, text in 508-777-1000. All right, let's get to some college football picks, Terrell Farley. Now that we got some of the house cleaning out of the way. Up this weekend, this one's sneaky. Missouri, 6-game homestand. They had 6 straight home games. They have yet to leave home at all. They haven't had to go anywhere. And they get another home game, but they get number 8, Alabama. Missouri is undefeated, but Alabama, big win versus Georgia. Although you can argue a weaker Georgia, they still had the best homestand record, and Alabama was able to break that. Simpson has been looking phenomenal. And same time, though, Missouri hasn't been tested yet. Can Missouri pull this one off at home before they finally have to go ahead and hit the road for the first time?
Oh, man, I would like to. Oh,
it's a tough one because I'm not sure if DeBoer and the Tide are there yet, or if that was a flash in the pan.
Well, I think Georgia was lacking. I think I think Alabama wanted it more that game.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to see how bad Missouri wants it. Looks good on paper. If you check out Missouri, preseason they had an 11% chance of making the college football playoffs.
Look at that now.
Currently, they're 35%.
Okay. This is a big one right here.
If they win against Alabama, it'll make it 54% chance of making the playoffs. Indiana has the best out of anybody. 11% preseason. Currently, there's 72% chance to make the playoffs.
Incredible that they gave them 11%.
And if they beat Oregon, 91% chance they'll make the playoffs.
We'll talk about that Indiana-Oregon game as well.
Oh,
because that one's in
It's
Oregon.
Not getting the hype like everybody else.
It should.
So,
it absolutely should. That's a great quarterback battle, too, between Mendoza and Moore. That might be the 2 best quarterbacks playing right now. I'm going to go Bama. It's a tough one. But I don't think Missouri, they just haven't been tested. It's hard to read them.
Yeah.
Who'd you pick? Bama or Missouri?
I don't know. Probably Missouri.
Okay.
I want some new guys, some new bloods in the playoffs.
What do you think the tickets cost for that? 11 a.m. Missouri's at home.
Oh, I can tell you.
Oh, you got it up too?
Oh, they always show the prices.
Yeah, 146. I was going to test
146?
Yeah, 146. Not bad game. No, 146. That's a good matchup to go to. Illinois at home versus Ohio State. Do they have any chance?
I would like to think so, but then again, nah. That defense,
they were hurting versus Indiana, to be a little bit fair.
Yeah, but that defense against Ohio State is something nasty.
It is.
I hate to see what it's going to be like, but it's going to be bad.
Well, the spread's 14.5, and I'm going to pick Illinois to cover the spread, but I got Ohio State Buckeyes.
Only $87 for the ticket.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Champaign, Illinois, I don't think they really...
Memorial Stadium?
Yeah, another Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
Is there 3 in the Big Ten?
It might be.
Indiana, Illinois, Nebraska.
Yeah.
I think it's just those 3. 14.5. I don't like the spread on it, but I would take the money line on Ohio State. I always say it though. 1-800-BETS-OFF. I'm not giving betting advice out here.
Do you know the highest price ticket this week?
Let me find. Well, give me the teams and I'll take a guess.
SEC.
Red
River.
Okay. Texas, Oklahoma. That one's got to be
$242.
It's all. I mean, Texas. If they lose this game, goodbye playoffs.
Yeah, we should go to Maryland and watch Nebraska and Maryland for $32.
That's all it costs.
Yeah.
The Terps are 4-1. They're not bad. That's
Yeah, they're
kinda
not
surprising.
bad. Arkansas, Tennessee, 163.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
163.
Michigan, USC, 167. That's about it for the high ones.
You do get Auburn, Georgia, 215.
Oh, 215.
Yeah,
Auburn,
at
Georgia.
Auburn. Auburn always shows out, regardless of how the season is going.
Yeah. Cincinnati, USC, $33. What if Scott Frost beats Cincinnati?
He won't. I'm not even going to entertain it. Not even going to entertain it, Farley.
Ooh, look at this. Stanford SMU tickets.
They just got $50 million check heading their way. The Stanford football department.
SMU. $9.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's about it. You said it was at SMU?
Yeah.
Yeah, their hype train kind of ended.
I liked them last year, man. I just don't. They didn't. I didn't think they lost enough to be this bad, but they are.
that they are. The record is what they are. Let's see. Oh yeah. Well, we'll just talk about it. Oklahoma, Texas. I do want to dive in on this one a little bit. Where are you at with Archer Manning? Can the question is, can Archer Manning, can they get it fixed before they get strike 3? And that's this weekend if they don't get it fixed.
I don't think so. I think Texas loses more than 3 games. Overhype.
Yeah.
Too much hype.
That last name is a burden.
Well,
a gift and a burden.
It's a family curse for him, though.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people talk about the high school film that they look at when he played in high school, how different the athletes was. That he was the biggest probably on the field, they say. But when you look at his situation, it's he played better last year in a backup role as he did this year as a full-time starter.
Yeah, I mean, people looked at that Sam Houston game and were like, look, he's back. And it's like, well,
Sam Houston.
Yeah, nothing against Sam Houston, but we got to see it versus a good defense.
This is like Houston Christian.
It really was. Like, I like it, but all right, Real, let's see it. And on the bright side, Real has gone out there and proven it. Manning has it. Because of that Florida game, Florida scored right off the bat. And then they did good. They scored after. And then it kind of felt like, all right, are you going to be ready if this gets into a shootout? Clearly not. And in this game, Oklahoma's defense, I think, might be number 1 or 2 in the country. Oklahoma's defense is probably even better than what Texas' defense was.
So my question
is going to be a tough one for Manning.
So my question is, if he has a bad year, come back next year, has the same first 2 or 3 games like this year, you have to think about going in another direction. You got to do what's best for your team.
Do they cut back on the amount of NIL money?
Well,
that's the problem. Is like you're paying this guy so much.
That's a job for Steve Sarkisian to figure out.
It's got to be a nightmare position for these coaches these days because now you got dollar signs attached to these players.
I played with Steve Sarkisian. We played together in Canada.
Great guy.
Great guy. Terrible quarterback.
Really?
Terrible quarterback. Can't throw the long ball. Big field. He couldn't throw probably, 60 yards. That's just sideways.
So he's not going to be the guy to help out Manning.
No.
Somebody else on that.
Yeah, whoever their quarterback coach is better start doing a better job. But he'll be out of here this year. It's just like Glenn Thomas. He has to do a better job with Dillon with his throwing. I mean, you have to get the ball out quicker because if you don't, you're going to keep taking these sacks. And we gave up, 5, 7, 5? How many we're going to give up this week? 8, 7, 5, 4? Who knows? Depends how the blocking going.
We'll find out. We'll talk about that next. We got to go to break again. Don't go anywhere. We got one more segment, at least with Terrell Farley, and then I got Tristan Gomez joining me for another hour. And then, of course, JCP to replay from 5 to 6. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep it rolling.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Imagine hitting rewind on your life 10, even 20 years. With testosterone therapy from Limitless Male, you can turn back the aging clock and get your edge, energy, and confidence back. If you've lost your drive, sleep deprived, muscle loss, belly fat, irritable, you're not the guy you once were. Get your T levels checked at Limitless Male. More and more men are realizing hormone replacement can turn back the clock. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 11th through the 18th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to old school with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I'm so excited.
Welcome back in. Farley's excited. He's got one more segment, then he's out of here. Then he gets to go home and play some Call of Duty.
Yeah, 4:30. I'll be ready to rock. You know, I play it on like a 70-inch TV.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Best way to play card. 70-inch TV. You can see everything.
Now TVs are so cheap now.
I know.
You can get like a 75-inch for like $300.
Yeah.
What a world we live in.
I know. Probably
see.
10 years ago, they was $1,500, $2,000 to get a TV that big.
Oh, dude. And
Yeah.
you'd have to,
Now they just dirt cheap and light.
Well, not only would you have to spend like $1,000, you'd have to get like 10 people to
But
move
if
it.
you
'cause they weighed like $1,000.
But if you hit
pounds.
that TV the wrong way with something, it's out of here.
Those we had one of those old at the farmhouse, like way back in the day. Those bricks that just sit on the floor. It was a big TV, but I think weighed so much.
So we had a 72-inch at our old house when we stayed up south, and I rarely. So I played on a 65 or 55 upstairs. So, but then I started going downstairs in the basement to play the 70-inch. So I go down that way and turn it on, and it's got a hole in it. One of the kids had one of those water, the little dissolving things that dissolve in water and make it a BB, and it hit the TV and just had a little ping mark in it.
That'll break it.
I was very upset.
I'd be upset too.
Yeah. So that part.
Let's wrap up with the texter here. Gus Mohawk. I'm not sure what the bet is, but he says, "Hey, Black Shirt, if Nebraska wins against Maryland on Saturday, you still thinking you're going to win that bet? I'm telling you right now, the Cornhuskers will have a better record than the Bulldogs at the end of the year and make the playoffs. They just got to tighten a couple of things up." As Georgia doesn't have a loss yet, do they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bama. I forgot about that because Bama beat them on the road, broke that streak. They still got Auburn, Ole Miss, Texas. I mean, you're really worried about Ole Miss for that second loss. Nebraska's only got one.
So if you're comparing apples to apples or oranges to oranges, I mean, you got to go by whose schedule is the hardest. Georgia's schedule is 10 times harder than Nebraska.
Yep.
You know, I mean, if you look at Nebraska's 27 schedule, the 26 schedule, we're in trouble.
If we don't get it right, if we don't get things tightened up.
If you don't tighten it up, because you got Oregon, Washington, Ohio State, Indiana, Illinois, you know, like
all ranked teams right now.
All ranked teams. That's like 5, 6 ranked teams you're going to play. So don't worry about Johnny Cortland either. We're not worried about him.
Sorry, Johnny Cortland. I'm just following orders here. And we got unknown text here telling you got to play on a monitor.
Less the monitor's 65 inches. That's the only way I'm going to play on it.
All right. Fair enough. Any parting words, Farley, before we go ahead and get you out of here?
No, just have a great show, man. And I'll check with you tomorrow on your battlefield, but it's Call of Duty time.
All right. We know what Farley's doing. I'll still be here at the ticket. Tristan, join me next. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Go hog wild,
Barbecue.
It's hard to choose a favorite at Hog Wild, but I'd have to say it's their award-winning ribs. Hog Wild buys their meat from those who share their high-quality standards, then hand rubs each slab with their famous seasoning blend and slow smokes them over hickory each and every day for flavor and tenderness you're gonna keep coming back for. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through October 12th, enjoy 6-ounce USDA choice bacon wrap filet mignon for $9.99 each. 10-pound tubes of 85% lean ground beef, $4.99 per pound. All natural, thick cut, bone-in pork chops, $1.99 per pound. And Miller Lite or Coors Light, 24 packs, $17.99 each when you buy 2. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has expanded strength equipment. We're raising the bar with these benches, and our hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all the best-in-class equipment we've always had. There's no better time to get stronger. Join the club today for $1 down, $15 a month, now through October 10th. Planet Fitness is proud to partner with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to create stronger, kinder communities. See Home Club for details.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm, safe, and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Load up on meat and more this spring at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese, with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Hey guys, it's Nick. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night as we bring you Bellevue West versus Lincoln Southwest, live from Seacrest Field with kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m. Lincoln Southwest has won 2 games in a row thanks to a convincing 35-13 win versus Lincoln Northeast last week, and they now get ready to face off against the Thunderbirds. Pre-game is slated for 6:45 p.m. with kickoff expected at 7 p.m., and you can hear all the action between Bellevue West and Lincoln Southwest unfold right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Old School, Harrison Arens on the ones and twos. We got Tristan joining me for this segment. Not Derek Pearson, not Jay Foreman. Switching up on the Old School lineups today. We're going to talk more football, Nebraska versus Maryland, since today is my last day here at the Ticket until the weekend. But we got Tristan, a new voice in here to break it down with me. Tristan, how's it going on a Thursday afternoon?
Doing well. It's getting more fall football weather outside, it feels like. Makes you want to toss the pigskin around a little bit. It's nice. It's a good Thursday. Excited for the weekend.
It is nice. After that Michigan State game, I went to that one and I was like, boy, I could use the fall weather to hit it right about now.
Yeah.
I did see pumpkin spice. Not super hyped about that for the coffee selection, but hey, everyone each their own. But yeah, it does officially feel like football fall weather. And there's a lot of really good games on the slate this weekend. We're going to talk Nebraska, Maryland the most, but there's some other ones I want to get into. I talked a little bit about Farley, but obviously you got the red rivalry. What do they call it? It's not the shootout anymore.
Yeah, is it just the Red River rivalry? Is it not the shootout, or
it might just be that?
Yeah.
Either way, I'm just gonna always call it the shootout because it's one that sticks out to my head. But that one's huge. Could be the end of Texas's run. Birdie sort of hopes. I mean, if they drop that one, they're not making it. Just flat out here. That's strike number 3 losses, and tough loss to Florida as well, an unranked Florida. They'll definitely be out of the running. But Maryland, Nebraska. What's the number one thing that sticks out to your head when you think about this game that could be a problem for Nebraska?
Yeah, I think it almost just feels a little bit like a trap game when you look at Nebraska's schedule and you go through, especially after the loss to Michigan, but then you see Penn State struggling a little bit and you go, okay, could we get out of this with just one loss? And then you travel all the way to Maryland and you just, hopefully they got that vibe of like, we're not going to walk in here and let Maryland think that they're just going to, run through us. Nebraska is favored, but I think this is one of those games in the past where we've seen Nebraska struggle. So I think it's just showing up from the get-go.
Yeah, and let me double check what the spread is right now, see if it's moved up at all. Currently, the spread's sitting at 6.5, so I think it did move up. I think it was started out a lot smaller than that. ESPN Power Predict their what do they call it? Matchup predictor, 66% Nebraska's favored. Make of that what you will. The spread feels about right, but again, you just saw Penn State go on the road. What you will about the Rose Bowl being on the road there, but they got upset in a major way. And that's one of those games where if you're Penn State, and when you get to those marquee matchups, the win or loss, either one could be a hangover, but the loss hangover really got them.
Yeah.
I think they just were not able to process having another game where a marquee matchup, everyone's saying you can't win the big ones, and then you lose the big one in overtime.
Yeah. I mean, you lose the big one in overtime, and then you lose the little one in regulation, which has never happened. I think that's a tough thing to do in all of sports. Is just how are you going to bounce back when you face a little bit of adversity and you have this stigma around your team, especially with James Franklin. And you're going into a UCLA who's 0-4, just fired their whole coaching staff. They got a new play caller, new interim head coach. And it seems like they were just asleep at the wheel. And just watching that game, looking back at some of those highlights, it seemed like Penn State's offense, for the amount of weapons they have, is just super methodical. Like, it's like, we're not going for the big plays. We're not going to really punch you in the mouth. And I think that's something you see out of the best teams in college football.
Well, and sometimes I wonder, like with Drew Aller, let him go a little bit.
Yeah.
The dude's got a cannon and he's accurate. I don't know if they just don't trust the receivers to get open. They got a good enough offensive line to where if they want to be a little bit more explosive, they should be able to protect Aller. And he's not the best athlete, but he's good enough to where he's shown you, if you go, and send a bunch of receivers out there and he's got a light box, he's quick enough to get a first down.
Yeah.
He's not going to be what Childs is or what Nico was in that game, but he's going to be able to keep the chains alive if you want to put him in those positions. I just feel like they got to trust Drew Aller a little bit more.
100%.
And stop being so methodical. That's nothing wrong with that, but give him some shots to go and make something happen.
Yeah. I think when you're looking at quarterback play in just all of college football, you can really tell which quarterbacks the coaches have kind of given the reins to, of like, hey, we're going to give you, the play call. We're going to give you the scheme for this game, but don't be afraid to go and make a big play on your own, or, be special. I think we're seeing that a little bit more with Raiola this year. But then the other good quarterbacks, in college football, you see Dante Moore doing it, Julian Sayin for Ohio State starting to look that way.
Yeah, they're starting to give him the reins.
Yeah.
You could see, like, as the season started, Julian Sayin was not really given a lot.
Yeah.
And that Minnesota game, they kind of like, all right, they kind of let him go. Now they got an Illinois game. I think that's huge for Sayin just to have that.
Yeah.
Just say what you will. This is 11 a.m. game. I think so. Champaign, Illinois. Let me double check on that. Almost positive. Yeah. So it's a sleepy game in Champaign, Illinois. You're going to want Julian Sayin to be take over a little bit. Not saying that I don't think it's going to be super close by any means. I do like Illinois to cover the spread. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose by, say, 10 points, though, or even if they do lose by the spread. But Julian Sayin now, midpoint in the season, he's starting to get those reins of like, okay, this is your offense. And you might see more explosive performances from the Buckeyes. This is around that game. Any chance for Illinois pull off an upset?
I don't think so. I think I'm curious if their defense is still as depleted as it was against Indiana. But I think after watching that Indiana game, you saw a lot of holes, and an Ohio State coaching staff is definitely going to, find a way to make those holes look even bigger.
Yeah, I'm in the same camp. I like him, like I said, maybe cover the spread, but definitely not on the money line. Back to Nebraska, Maryland, though. The other thing that sticks out to me is talking about it with Farley. Can we keep Raiola clean? That's been a huge problem for us. The offensive line with Donovan Raiola, what is this, year 3 with him? Because
so.
Year 4, because he was a holdover from Scott Frost.
Yeah,
that's right. Well, I don't know how many years has he been, because he
was
1 with Frost.
Maybe he was here before before Dylan. I think maybe for 2.
Okay, yeah,
and then he stayed.
So I mean, he's had this unit for a while.
Yeah,
you would hope to see a little bit more development there. I think it's a fair critique to make because he's been the longest holdover, and that feels like kind of year in, year out, still one of our weakest spots is that offensive line for whatever reason. Can they get enough done over the 1 week span to protect Dylan Raiola? I'm not saying give up 0 sacks, but less than 7 would be nice. I think that's what it was in Michigan State. And then Michigan and Michigan State combined, it was probably like 12 or more.
Yeah.
It was a lot. Some of it on Dylan Raiola, not all on the offensive line. But Maryland's going to bring a lot of pressures. That's what they do. That's what they've done all season. Can they keep them clean?
I don't know. That's my biggest worry. I think I looked at the stat sheet, and I think Maryland averages about 3.5 sacks per game, which is one of the top in the country. And so when that's kind of their strength, that's something that you really worry about.
Well, I'll give you the exact number. 3.8. It's almost 4. And that is 4th in the country.
Yeah.
Not great for us. And then for Nebraska, we get about 2 sacks game, which is not terrible. 74th in the country, kind of middle in the road. Everything else kind of points to us, to be fair. So we'll just go through the numbers since we're on it. Rushing offense, Nebraska, 129 yards a game, good for 101 in the country. Maryland, about the same, 93 yards, 128 in the country. Passing offense, though, this is where Nebraska cracks top 10. 320 yards through the air. That ranks 8th in the nation. Does it feel like a top 10 passing offense?
Not really. But I think if you go back and watch the games, you can kind of tell, especially that Michigan game, like, all right, we're not able to run the ball. So passing is kind of all that we got. And
it feels more by attempts than it is so much like we're that elite in that category.
And I think maybe because it's not so many just like huge plays that you maybe think like, all right, we're not just like a Mike Leach air raid offense, just because, I think Brailo's doing a really good job of, taking what the defense has given him. But when you look at by the end of the game, you're like, oh, we've had over 300 yards passing, but it doesn't seem that way.
Yeah, it's a lot of dink and duck, and then every now and then we'll get explosive play, and again, a lot of it I think is they just kind of feel forced to at times, but you'll take that number. Don't get me
100%.
wrong. And a lot of that you credit Dylan Raiola for being able to deliver, even when teams are really doubling down on us passing, knowing that we're struggling running the ball. Total offense, 449 yards for Nebraska, 30th in the country. Maryland about 350. That puts them at 97. And I did miss the one. Pass efficiency, another really good stat for Nebraska. They are 13th in the country. And then Maryland with about 95th in the country right there. The only stat where Maryland so far would be beating us in is their rushing defense. It's 24th in the country, which is really impressive. Emmett Johnson has had games where he has been pretty pedestrian in that Michigan game. How much you want to blame him? He was getting touched a lot of times behind the line of scrimmage. Fair enough. Can we have another Emmett Johnson breakout game? He was a guy coming in who I think everyone thought like this is going to be a 100-yard rusher a game. And again, the offensive line or Emmett Johnson or whoever you want to point fingers at, they're just not getting it done, period. Where are you at with Emmett Johnson? Just the run game of Nebraska.
Yeah. I mean, I think Emmett's a tremendous talent. I think he's just not, when you're playing stellar run defenses and sometimes, those holes aren't opening for you, there's not much you can do as a running back. I'm curious kind of what Nebraska's plan is going into this game when you're going against a really tough run defense and that hasn't been your strength and you've been able to air it out pretty well. Do you say, all right, we really need to work on this run game if we're going to beat this team? Or you say, all right, we're going to double down on our pass game and we're going to, critique it to perfection. So when we go into this Maryland game, we can air it out as much as we want.
Yeah. And shout out to old dad, 34, 4 years of Donovan Raiola coaching. So again, I'm not saying he's doing an awful job, but that's just an area where you'd expect that continuity to start really helping out more. And it's not like it's been woeful, but it's certainly not been great. So if they can get that going, again, you have a great back in Emmett Johnson. If you get to the second level, he's good to make a guy miss. Maybe a couple guys miss. I think there's a lot there with Emmett Johnson that we're not getting out of him quite yet. And if you're going to be a college football champion, you're going to need that part of your game.
100%.
And that's where Alabama, I also think, kind of struggles. They look really good with Simpson. They can't run the ball great. And there's going to be a game, and that's why they have Missouri coming up here. I think Missouri's got a really good passing defense. So what happens if Alabama becomes one-dimensional? We have yet to make a team that really forces Dylan Raiola to be one-dimensional. Teams have done it in drives, more so with their pressure than it is their coverage out there with their secondaries. My biggest fear is, like, again, if we meet Maryland and we can't keep them clean, Dylan Raiola doesn't have time to throw. Are we going to be able to lean into the run game, to open that stuff up? Because that's, to me, where the game falls apart.
Yeah. I mean, I completely agree with that, especially if you go in there with a two-dimensional offense. I think you go, all right, we're going to run the ball. But if that's not working and then Dylan's just under pressure, it seems like every time we drop back, it's going to be really tough to win a football game that way. And I believe Maryland has 9 interceptions on the year defensively.
Yeah.
So that's something you have to worry about, too, is if they're getting pressure and then this is a secondary that is a bunch of ball hawks, we can't have Dylan, trying to extend plays where that might lead to a turnover. But you also have to give him the time. So hopefully Dylan can throw the ball away and maybe, limit those sacks as much as possible. But in order to really be an efficient offense this weekend, I think Nebraska is really going to have to establish that run game with Emmett.
They have to. I mean, again, I guess said enough. You're just going to be hard pressed to find a championship team that cannot run the ball. And for Nebraska, if you can't do it with Emmett Johnson, it's like, all right, there's clearly a problem with this run game, because there's, how many Big Ten teams would take Emmett Johnson, or any team in the country?
Plenty. I mean, even after that Cincinnati game, I thought he was guaranteed, this is a 1,000-yard rusher easily. And then I think it's slowly diminished game after game. And you just go, all right, I don't think it's Emmett's fault so much. So.
Yeah, and we just got to keep him. Offensive line, I hate doing this because we feel like every year we're just harping on the offensive line over and over and over again. But again, like, you're going to give up 12 sacks in like a couple of games. There's going to be question marks that have to be answered. We got Unmasked Texter says the offensive line is stale. They are ready for some new leadership. He says, let's be honest. He points to some nepotism possibly with coaching position there. I'm not going to argue with that opinion. And then we got Bob saying, I think we're going to see a lot of misdirection in the run game. That's when been the most effective so far. And to your point, yeah, I'd say so. I mean, What's really worked for us with the run, and it's not even so much run, is a lot of screen passes on the outside. When the run game just isn't going, that's how I think it was Isaiah Hunter with the run with one shoe. Great run from him, but that's kind of how we've been attacking when we failed to run the ball. It's been stuff on the outside, whether it's a misdirection and we're trying to get on the outside, or we're just throwing a quick pass out there.
Yeah, I honestly think it's the situations where Nebraska could also pass, maybe the second and short. Those are the opportunities where I think Nebraska runs the ball the best, because the defense is worried, okay, they might be airing it out here, they might be passing. It seems like first down run efficiency has been not great. Yards are tough to come by, which kind of sets you up for those passing situations on that second and third down. So I think it's just, keeping Maryland's defense on their toes, thinking, all right, we can't, just put everyone in the box right here because they could air it out right now. But I definitely think in order for the passing game to excel this weekend, you got to be able to run the ball.
Yeah, and their rushing defense, let me pull that one up real quick. Not great for Nebraska. They are only giving up less than 100 yards a game. 97, if you round up, 96.8, 24th in the country. So that's tough there. Nebraska against the defense is 88th in the country. We're giving up about 155. Not really the bread and butter, but something to keep an eye on. But Maryland showing that they can stop the run pretty effectively. So again, it's a challenge for this team. And then going back to the sacks number, Maryland also is 4th in the country on sacks allowed. 4th in the country in sacks, 4th in the country in sacks allowed. They give up less than half a sack a game. What do you think Nebraska gives up right now?
Oh, gosh.
It's not as bad as you would think. I'll give you that.
Okay, I'll just go. I bet it was pretty clean for those preseason games, so I'll just go with like 3.
3 on the money.
Okay.
But that's still 119 in the country.
Yeah, not great.
No, not great at all. So obviously a priority. Third down conversion rate, Nebraska actually pretty solid there. 32 in the country, 47%, which you might think is not great, but compared to the rest of the country, that gets them good enough for 32. Maryland is a 36%, 101 in the country. So if you can get Maryland behind the chains, they've struggled a little bit moving them. Third down defense, Nebraska's great there, 4th in the country. Maryland, great there as well. They are 13th in the country. Both teams stopping teams at about Nebraska, 21% rate, and then Maryland, a 28% rate. Everything else, nothing else really sticking out. A lot of pretty evenly matched. The next biggest separator would maybe be time of possession, but again, it's not by a whole lot. Nebraska, 31, 28th in the country, which is pretty solid there. And then Maryland, 28 minutes for 87th in the country. With that being said, I'm not going to give my score prediction yet, but is there any fear of this being a slow start for Nebraska? Because that every time we started on the roads in the past, it feels like we're a slow start team.
Yeah. I mean, I did a little research. I think Maryland put out just kind of a preview, just based on their team. And I saw that they haven't allowed a touchdown or maybe even a score on the first drive of the game for the opposing team this year. And then they've had multiple shutouts in the first half of games this year. They were actually up 13-0 at halftime against Washington and ended up losing that one. But I think this is a game where Nebraska does have to come out pretty hot. I mean, you have to come out and kind of establish your presence like, hey, we're here and we're going to, be able to move down the field. I think where Nebraska is going to run into trouble is if it does get into that fourth quarter and it's a really close game and it's Maryland at home and you haven't got much going. So I think this is a game where Nebraska really needs to just get going from the get-go.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a rainy game too. They have turf, right?
I would think so.
Yeah, I think it's a turf field. So it shouldn't play too much of an effect. I don't think the wind's going to be swirling, but it is going to be a little rainy out there. I'm almost positive for that game. And then I think all weekend, even into my Bears Commanders Monday Night Football game, big one for the boys, for Chicago Bears. But
hopefully it's not a repeat of last year's.
No, it's DP was making Fail Mary shirts yesterday. So that's going on. So big game for the Chicago Bears. I want to point this out. This is a good point from Mississippi Mundog. I always forget this in college. Those sacks really hurt your numbers when you're taking that many sacks when it comes to the rushing offense. He says Emma Johnson averaging 5.4 yards per carry, 474 yards rushing through 5 games. Says not bad at all. And again, overall team rushing stats heavily skewed because of the sack yardage. So that's a good point there. But again, it feels like in that Michigan State game, to me, that was more of like, I just would have liked to run the ball more considering how some of those drives were going.
Yeah.
We had that one where we're in the red zone. It was 3 pass plays in a row. And it's like, we got this guy, Emma Johnson, who's pretty good. I like to try to use him out there. So maybe I'm being a little too hard on that. Maybe it's just more of the play calling. But I do feel like we have these certain moments where the passing game is just not going.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like there hasn't been a game that's just this entire year that it's just been like maybe against Houston Christian. But
Yeah.
outside of that, it doesn't seem like there's been a game where you can just watch Nebraska's run game and go, oh, they're dominating the line of scrimmage.
And to be fair, Michigan State game a little tough. I think they were real time, like 40 minutes. So they found their rhythm, they scored, and then they were off the field for a very, very, very long time. Michigan State's defense had all the time in the world to figure out, okay, what do we want to do to try to slow these guys down? And you credit them. They did some things really well. They're like, okay, well, let's get pressure on Dylan Raiola. We know that, they kind of struggle there. If you get pressure on them, their passing game kind of falls apart. And they used what felt like 40 minutes to figure out how we can dial up some pressure. And they did that in a big way. We got Shane and Waverly, again, talking about the run game, how to get that going. So it's also considered jet touch passes to Barney, a big part of our offense, and those are classified as passes instead of runs, even though they really are runs. That would balance us out more. We saw a lot of that last year.
We did, and I like it.
I wonder why that we haven't just seen it nearly as much. We're kind of saving that in the back pocket, but Marnie was able to get a ton of yards on those jet touch passes, so maybe we'll see some more of that. But I'm just super intrigued by this Maryland matchup. You feel good about it? Maybe. Where are you at on a confidence scale? On a scale from 1 to 10?
1 to 10, I'll say like a 6. I don't want to say like it's a 50-50. I think Nebraska should be favored, and for a good reason. I think when you just put them, on paper, you just, line the two rosters next to each other, you can go, all right, I think Nebraska's should be favored. But it's just tough because there have been few things that Nebraska struggled with. Maryland coming off a loss, you're going to have to see how they bounce back.
Yep. And they're still 4-1, right?
And they're still 4-1.
Team you're going to walk into that's lying down.
Yeah. They have a win at Wisconsin, which not to say that's crazy, but going into Madison always has to be a little bit tough. So I think I'm pretty confident. I think it's just going to be the turnover game. Can Nebraska set themselves up, defensively with good field position, and then can their offense go and kind of be a two-dimensional offense we're looking for?
Yeah, and avoid the untimely penalty. Nebraska's actually done a good job not racking up penalties, but they've done a horrible job about that timely penalty. They've been pretty timely with like the 2 inches from the red zone.
Yeah.
You got a key drive and you got a false start there. So again, not bad there. They've actually been keeping it pretty clean for the most part, at least in my opinion. But can they avoid the timely ones, especially on the road? That stuff will kind of crush you.
Yeah.
Especially if you get backed up in your red zone and then you say you have a false start. Maryland's going to feast on that. Tickets are like $36 though. I think is what it was. So we'll see what the atmosphere is like.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, I don't know what a Maryland game kind of looks like or just what the vibe is out there, but I am curious what it's like out there in College Park.
A lot of Nebraska fans.
I would think so.
Because DC is such a transient area.
Yeah.
So there'll probably be quite a few in there. But nonetheless, it's going to be a unique environment that, again, those guys haven't played in this season yet. So with that being said, we'll go to break. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk some more college football. Maybe we'll dive into NFL as later in the show. Don't go anywhere. Old School. Tristan Gomez, Harrison Arns taking over just for today.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
No cravings, no hunger pains, no struggle. Thanks to GLP-1s from Limitless Mail, weight loss is possible. Picture this. Your clothes fit better, your energy's up, your doctor's impressed, and your friends start noticing. Limitless Mail's GLP-1 program is medically monitored and changing men's lives. There's no better time than now to get on board. Lose the weight, better your health, gain your confidence without being hungry. Free consult at limitlessmail.com.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has expanded strength equipment. We're raising the bar with these benches, and our hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all the best-in-class equipment we've always had. There's no better time to get stronger. Join the club today for $1 down, $15 a month, now through October 10th. Planet Fitness is proud to partner with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to create stronger, kinder communities. See Home Club for details.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Go Hog Wild Pet Barbecue.
It's hard to choose a favorite at Hog Wild, but I'd have to say it's their award-winning ribs. Hog Wild buys their meat from those who share their high-quality standards, then hand rubs each slab with their famous seasoning blend and slow smokes them over hickory each and every day for flavor and tenderness you're gonna keep coming back for. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Hey guys, it's Nick. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night as we bring you Bellevue West versus Lincoln Southwest, live from Seacrest Field with kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m. Lincoln Southwest has won 2 games in a row thanks to a convincing 35-13 win versus Lincoln Northeast last week, and they now get ready to face off against the Thunderbirds. Pre-game is slated for 6:45 p.m. with kickoff expected at 7 p.m., and you can hear all the action between Bellevue West and Lincoln Southwest unfold right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm, safe, and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day, and it will be breezy. The afternoon high around 79. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a light breeze, a low around 60. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and light winds, an afternoon high around 79. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in segment number 2. Harrison Arens, Tristan Gomez taking over Old School just for an hour. And then we got Jason Peter replay coming up. That will be from 5 to 6 o'clock. And then we're right back on schedule with everything else. Let's talk about some other college football games. Let's see. Let's go with some Big Ten slate just because this might be interesting. UCLA at Michigan State. Can the UCLA keep it going after a monster win over number 7 Penn State? And their offense got the rhythm. Maybe not the defense, but the offense looks good.
Yeah, I have no clue what this UCLA team is. I mean, I get it. You get a whole new coaching staff in the middle of the season, and the Nico starts to look like the Nico we saw at Tennessee. And you're kind of just like, how do you lose to New Mexico at home, but then you beat a Penn State team who people had them as the preseason number 2?
Yeah.
I don't know. In this game, I think I'm going to go with Michigan State. I think going back, being at home again, UCLA traveling across the country, maybe being on a huge high from that Penn State win, I'll go with the Spartans.
What do you think the spread is? If I was Vegas, I'd be racking my head on this.
Oh, I have no clue. Like, I want to say, I mean, because you can't just all of a sudden be like,
yeah, UCLA is
back. Yeah, UCLA is an exceptional team. And then, I mean, now if you think about it, Penn State's not even ranked anymore. So,
which is crazy.
Texas, which is unbelievable.
Whichever one had on their piece of paper, or Clemson.
Yeah.
Well, is Clemson? No,
Clemson isn't.
Yeah, no
I think they're like 2 and 3 or something. So I would say like Michigan State 2.5.
Michigan State 8.5.
Really?
Vegas said UCLA. It was the fluke.
Yeah.
You're nobody. Don't even try to pretend.
Are they that high on Michigan State, or are they just still that low on UCLA?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I think they're saying that was a fluke, settle down, and also Michigan State's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think Michigan State's looked terrible.
No, even versus USC. Like, yeah. I know it was ugly at times, but hey, give it to Michigan State. That's bread and butter. We'll make it ugly as hell, and we might come back in the chaos.
Yeah,
and they did. And then what was it like? How many points do we have? It was like 2 minutes in the third quarter. Did we put 21 unanswered?
Yeah.
Incredible for Nebraska football. It tells you how good our offense can be.
Yeah.
When we start firing on all cylinders. Tells you, though, and we really stall out at times. Yeah, I'm going to go with Michigan State as well. I don't know with UCLA. It is an 11 a.m. game, so maybe that helps UCLA.
That doesn't help UCLA.
Doesn't really help UCLA at all.
That's a 9 a.m. kickoff for them.
All right. Sorry, Bruins. It was fun while it lasted. Unless you can maybe pop this one off. UCF on the road. Can Scott Frost beat Cincinnati?
Ooh.
If he beat Cincinnati, that'd just be the rudest thing he could do to us.
Yeah.
Post coaching Nebraska.
I got Cincinnati winning in the fourth quarter. It's going to be a 1-score game that UCF seems like they're in control of the entire time. It's going to be like a little flashback.
Okay. No.
And Sorsby's been looking good.
Yeah, he's been looking phenomenal. So,
yeah.
Sorry, UCF, no chance.
And Cincinnati just beat Arizona State.
Yeah.
I believe. Or was that Iowa State?
It was Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Yeah. Iowa State. They beat number 14 Iowa State 38-30, and they were leading a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Beck's just phenomenal. He's going to keep you in games, but Cincinnati won that one pretty convincingly.
Yeah, Cincinnati, not a bad ball club.
No, so that's why I'm like, UCF, you better not mess this up.
Yeah.
Because Cincinnati, I'm rooting for, obviously, I think everybody in Nebraska is rooting for those guys going to Big 12. Because if Sorsby keeps playing the way he is, like, they got a legitimate chance to do so. Other games, and I'm kind of avoiding some of the major ones because we've talked about them already. We'll get to some of them, certainly. Indiana, Oregon is one of those big ones we have to talk about, though. Number 7, Indiana. You got the Mendoza versus Moore, the Heisman battle. Mendoza doesn't get talked about enough.
No.
He is incredible what he does over there.
Yeah.
I think he has like a 16-1 touchdown interception ratio. I'm going to double check on that.
Just I think he had like 5 passing touchdowns against Illinois.
Okay, yeah. So this year, currently Mendoza, he has 1,200 yards in the air, is 73% completion rating, 16 touchdowns, 1 pick with 2 rushing touchdowns as well. And like nobody talks about him.
No, I mean, those are Heisman candidate numbers right there.
And I'll be honest, Austin, I never buy as one of the toughest places to play. It's not that big.
It's not that big. It's not that big. And it's crazy because I was just out in Oregon this weekend. I was driving by it and I was just thinking, because I just went the previous weekend, I was at the Husker game. And I was like, I get it. Like, it's a cool place.
It's a beautiful place. I'll give you that.
But it's tiny compared to Memorial. Like, I think probably 30,000 less seats.
Yeah.
I think it holds maybe 55, 60,000.
But it's the architecture.
It's the
is
way
what
it's
they'll tell
shaped.
you.
Yeah, it's the way it's shaped. And then
it's got a curve.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it's like,
last year
stop it.
you heard the Ohio State fans were like, I've never been to Lauer Stadium.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's got to be loud, and I think they get behind their Ducks, but it's going to be a tough place to play.
I need to go there.
And
experience it.
It's
and,
a fun experience.
I will eat crow if it's like, okay, you know what, Oregon is just one of those places, but it's just always so hard for me to wrap around, like 54,000 being one of the most intimidating, like, you know, say loudest place to play. And it's like, I think of Ohio State, I think of Tennessee, I think of LSU, I think of Penn State, I think of all these other schools. Oregon is one of the most beautiful ones. Just not, I don't think one of the toughest places to play. I think Indiana wins that one on the road.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think, that's what I'm worried about, just because Kurt Cignetti has just found a way.
Yep.
I mean, last year he did lose to Notre Dame and Ohio State, but respectively, the only two losses were to the national champion and the national runner-up are Kurt Cignetti's only losses at Indiana. And I think it's two top-tier defenses, and then you have two of the best quarterbacks in the country as of right now. So I think it's just going to be whose defense steps up bigger. I think they both have pretty explosive offenses. It's just going to be who can get more stops.
Northwestern, Penn State. I mean, there's no way, right?
There's no way.
Okay, they don't lose 3 straight.
Is Northwestern like second to last in the conference right now? I mean,
they got to be.
Like, there's no way that Penn State loses to the bottom 2 teams in the Big Ten.
Well, they lost the bottom feeder.
They lost to the bottom one. Yeah.
So Northwestern, hey, easy when you talk about Northwestern. They're 3-2.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're 3-2. They got some big wins under their belt. They got who did they all beat? They only lost to Oregon by, 20. But, you know, not terrible. They lost to Tulane. They beat Western Illinois, and they did beat UCLA by 3. And then they beat LA Monroe 42-7, and now they have Penn State on the road. They are on the road.
Yeah. Well, if they beat UCLA and UCLA beat Penn State, then Northwestern should win this one, right?
If we do the math right.
Yeah. No, there's no way. And like Penn State, I think in their mind, you have to think this way, is we could still be in the college football playoff. If we win out, then we have a shot. And so I think they're going to be coming to this game with a little like redemption, saying like, we're still here. But it's weird that this is a unranked matchup.
It is. I wonder if Northwestern's sitting there like, oh, these guys are going to be so mad.
Yeah.
We got to go to Happy
Well,
Valley.
I bet UCLA kind of thought that too.
Yeah, that is true.
So
coming off a loss to Oregon. What do you think the spread is for this one?
It's got to be big. And it's at Penn State?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to go with like 14.5.
Yeah, you're right. It's big. 21.5.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
So we're talking about it. I think it's just a fun idea. I don't think Northwestern is unfortunately going to pull off an upset there. Although it would be incredible.
If that happens, do you think James Franklin's just right out the door?
Boy. I don't know what his buyout is, but you're going to have a meeting of the sort.
Yeah.
there's going to be discussions.
The craziest thing is James Franklin at Big Ten Media Days said this is the most talented roster he's ever had at Penn State. And
well, it's the same thing with Dabo Swinney saying, I'm going to go undefeated.
Yeah.
Be the first guy to go 16-0. And it's like, careful what you say, unless you're Kurt Cignetti. You can say whatever the hell you want.
know, yeah.
Then you just find a way to back
just
up.
Google him. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think James Franklin, I don't know what Penn State does. It's tough to find a head coach these days, but if you really can't win the big one, how do you expect to be a title contender?
No, they haven't been. Well, they've been a contender, but that's just it. Not a contender taken super seriously. Number 15, Michigan at USC. USC still kind of showing the struggle a little bit with the physicality of the Big Ten, but they do still play USC ball. I mean, it's more through the skills, through their skill players, and just overall talent. Michigan, they're not the same intimidating Michigan that they were.
Yeah. I think I just worry USC, like you said, hasn't matched that kind of Big Ten physicality, and they're going to have to stop the run if they want to beat Michigan. And I don't know if I see them really stopping the run. I think USC does have a really good offense, though, that can really score. That's Lincoln Riley for you. But defensively, I just do not think they've fit into this Big Ten well.
What do you think the spread is?
I'm going to go with Michigan 1.5.
USC 2.5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they like USC in this one.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out, like, is it, what's the quarterback's name?
Maeva.
Maeva. Thank you. Yeah. Is he just been that exceptional? Because when
He's looked good. He's looked good.
Does he look that good when he's under constant pressure?
No.
That's kind of what I'm trying to figure
Yeah.
out. Like, if I'm in the same line of thinking, I think Michigan should be able to get pressure. I'm going to go against the spread. I would take Michigan in this one. But there is something Vegas to say on, like, this offense might be too electric for Michigan to overcome. Because even in that Nebraska game,
I mean,
we took how many sacks?
7, yeah.
It was 27-30. Given we got a Hail Mary, but you know what? They could have got the Hail Mary too. They didn't. We wanted it more, so I'm not going to take that away from us. But for how dominant they were in that game, they never really pulled away from us.
Yeah. I do think Michigan's defense, though, will probably wreak a little bit of havoc. And I don't trust USC's defense yet.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to go with you on that one. I'm going to go Michigan as well. Another Big Ten matchup, Purdue at Minnesota.
I got the Gophers.
Gophers? Yeah, Gophers are favored pretty heavy. I think it's, what is it? Oh, not terribly, but by quite a bit, 7.5. They are favored. Other games to note, Arizona State at Utah. 21 Arizona State on the road facing Utah. And what is Utah record-wise? Let me just double check here. I think they got one loss. Yeah, they only have the one loss to a very good Texas Tech team, 34-10. Their last game, they beat West Virginia 48-14. Not a very good West Virginia team, but still. But now you got number 21 Arizona State. Arizona State, if we go look at who they've all played, their only loss being to a Mississippi State team. 24-20. Their last win, though, was 24-ranked TCU, and they win at 27-24. And again, Utah's on at home for this.
Yeah, I don't even want to try to guess any of these Big 12 matchups. They're so hard because when Utah went to Tech, I was like, I got Utah. I think they're looking really solid, and then Tech just blew them out of the water. And then I thought Iowa State was going to go undefeated in the Big 12 this year, and then they kind of got thrown around by Cincinnati. And
I thought Cincinnati was going to stink this year.
I did too.
I was like, oh, Fickle's on his last legs.
Yeah.
Not Wisconsin Fickle, but what's his name? Fickle, not Luke Fickle.
Oh Lord, I don't even know.
Mike Fickle? No, it doesn't sound right.
No.
Fickle, Cincinnati head coach, though. I mean, he was on his last legs. If Cincinnati was bad this year, he probably gets canned.
Yeah.
And they've obviously have not done that. They looked phenomenal. A lot of it to the coach, a lot of it to Sorsby. But yeah, these have been a nightmare to call. Utah's favored 5.5 over 21 Arizona State. I'm going to go with the line here.
I got Utah. Yeah. I think they're going to be prepared, especially Utah at home. I feel like I've never been, but I feel like that's a tough place to really play.
Yeah, we do got OG Les Lancaster saying Scott Frost playing Cincy this weekend. We did talk about that. Not happening. Cincinnati's winning.
Yeah, if Scott Frost just decides to beat Cincinnati this week, it's mostly just because he doesn't want Nebraska to look good.
At this point, that's what I'm going to start to believe. I'm going to be like, okay, you're just doing this out of spite at this point. No, it'd be the trifecta. Cincinnati win, Nebraska win, and then Bears win Monday Night Football. We'll talk about NFL next. That's why I brought that up. Don't go anywhere. Old school Tristan joining me for this one. And then, of course, we do got to replay Jason Peter yesterday. He was great as always. You'll get him on a weekly basis during the football season. So don't go anywhere. We got one more segment with me and Tristan. Talk to you in a bit.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, Husker fans, Max 10 is turning up the excitement this season. They're giving away a pair of Husker volleyball tickets, and every time you tan, you're entered to win. Experience the 2025 season tour featuring high-pressure tanning, rejuvenating red light therapy, and flawless spray tanning, all for just $20.25. Look good, feel amazing, and cheer on the Lady Huskers in style. Max Tan, take it to the max.
Load up on meat and more this spring at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
This fall, Baumgars has everything you need to get your farm ready for the season. Don't miss Fall Discount Day this Saturday, October 11th, for one day only. Get 17% off regular priced items. That's right, 17% off. From the barn to the backyard, Baumgars has you covered for all your field, farm, and fall fix-ups. Some exclusions apply. See a store associate for details. Baumgars, what you need when you need it.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
This just in. Hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has expanded strength equipment. We're raising the bar with these benches, and our hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all the best-in-class equipment we've always had. There's no better time to get stronger. Join the club today for $1 down, $15 a month, now through October 10th. Planet Fitness is proud to partner with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to create stronger, kinder communities. See Home Club for details.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
It's hard to choose a favorite at Hog Wild, but I'd have to say it's their award-winning ribs. Hog Wild buys their meat from those who share their high-quality standards, then hand rubs each slab with their famous seasoning blend and slow smokes them over hickory each and every day for flavor and tenderness you're gonna keep coming back for. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O, sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Back to old school with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment, at least between me and Tristan. And then, of course, we got the replay, Jason Peter and Jay Foreman from yesterday for an hour. That'll take you from 5 to 6. We're going to lean into some NFL. We're going to just go through some NFL picks, big games over the weekend. Since it's tonight, Thursday, Eagles, Giants. Your guy, Jackson Dart. I know you're high on him, but he didn't look great last game.
No, he didn't. I really worry about their passing game, and then it seems like it's just been the Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo just running, trying to get as many yards as they can and bully their way into the end zone. I think if he's really going to be an exceptional cornerback, he's probably going to have to increase the passing game a little bit. I got the Eagles in this one.
Yeah, I do as well. I don't think there's a whole lot of shock and awe value there. Seahawks Jags. Sam Darnold, I think he's got like the second best QBR rating right now in the NFL. I mean, he was good at the Vikings. I'm not terribly surprised he kind of figured it out with the Seahawks as well. And the Jags, though, they're 4-1. They just beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I think Sam Darnold is just a little bit more consistent, like we've seen, and Smith-Njigba has just been stellar. And then same with Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet. Like they seem like they have a pretty well-rounded offense and always have a solid defense up there in Seattle. And I don't know how much longer Trevor Lawrence can get away with just like almost the recklessness. It's like
the trip six.
And then there's, I think I've seen him throw the ball past the like line of scrimmage twice this year already. And I'm like, dude, how do you like, I feel like I've never seen this. And
he's a little bit of an interesting
enigma. Yeah. And then sometimes you'll watch him and be like, is he the greatest quarterback of all time? So I'm going to go with the Seahawks though.
Yeah, I'm going to go Seahawks too. I'm a big fan of Sam Darnold. Me and DeMornay Pearson talks about it all the time. But if you're the Vikings, why? I
know you don't look good right now.
No. It's the same thing the Browns did. You have a quarterback, you have the answer, you have one game that you didn't really like, even though he was, in his case, he was playing hurt. And you're like, all right, Baker Mayfield, we want to get Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? You just had him.
I just saw today that the Browns are currently paying 8 quarterbacks.
Eight
that they're paying. Yeah. I don't know who all of them are, and I don't know if that's completely accurate, but I think they've had 5 or 6 on their roster so far. But and then you just watch what Baker's doing and you just think this is a guy that wanted to come to Cleveland who no one really wants to do, and he got you guys to the playoffs, and then you said this isn't good enough and moved on.
Oh, this is great. The Cleveland Browns are paying $42 million to 8 different quarterbacks in 2025. Unfortunately, only 2 of them are actually on the team's active roster, and all of that money so far has resulted to a 1-4 record, essentially. Who are they all paying right now? Okay, million is going. Okay, quarterbacks this season, just $2.37 million is going to active players, and obviously that being Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. The rest of the money the Browns are paying are going to the newly traded Joe Flacco, $1 million. Jameis Winston, they're paying for Jameis Winston.
That's crazy.
$2.2 million. Bailey Zappi, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
$315,000. Dorian Thompson Robinson, $171,000. And Kenny Pickett, $8,000. And Deshaun Watson, $35.9 million.
That's crazy. You're spending $42 million on quarterbacks, and only 2 is going to guys on your team.
Yeah. And you're paying, I didn't realize that they had Jameis Winston on the payroll still, and Bailey Zappi and Thompson Robinson. Like Kenny Pickett, $8,000, whatever. You don't really care. But the Deshaun Watson, the ones that's going to hurt you. I mean, $35.9 million. That's pretty much all the money right there. You have $3 more million with everybody, or about $6 more million with everybody else combined, and then you get to that 41 number. But that is just insanity for the Browns. What are you guys doing? And then they drafted 2 quarterbacks back to back.
Yeah,
and you're paying all these. All right, that's all I got on the Browns. Those guys got issues over there. Back to the NFL. Big games. There's like a few of them that really stick out. 3 of them left here, and then we'll get out of here. 49ers, Buccaneers. Buccaneers at home.
I like the Bucs. I think Baker has continued to show that he's that man, and I got the Bucs.
I like it too. Lions at Chiefs.
I like the Lions. I do think the Chiefs are definitely going to make some changes and kind of bounce back. I mean, they're the Chiefs. I think there was one year already in Patrick Mahomes' career, they started out 2-3 and then still made it to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's still a possibility. I do really like the Lions offense, though.
All right. I'm going to go Lions as well. Bears at Commanders.
Bears at Commanders. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to go with the Commanders. On Monday night, you get an extra day. Jaden Daniels, I think he's going to ball out.
All right, we're coming off a bye. Does that change your mind?
Oh, maybe no.
All right, we'll go to break. Don't go anywhere. Jason Peters replay coming up next.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey guys, it's Monet here with The Night Before. Why have you not stopped in lately to see me? If you haven't been to The Night Before in a while, you are missing out.